What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we are here for our 5 takeaways of the match we just saw between Canada and Costa Rica, in which Canada won 1-0 in the World Cup qualifying, which is huge step towards Qatar 2022. But this is a series that we do after each and every Canadian men's national team match, where we basically find 5 takeaways, elaborate, talk about them, and then throw it to you guys for the chat to get you guys the takeaways as well. So hopefully you guys like this series. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and let's get into the episode now. Alright guys, so after that interesting matchup we just saw between Canada and Costa Rica, in which we won 1-0, we have big separation now from those top 4 spots down to 5th. Costa Rica is sitting in 5th with 6 points, and then it jumps up to 11 for Panama, and then up to Canada, who is in 3rd with 13, and then it goes 14-14. So there is massive separation between those top 4 spots, specifically the top 3 though. I mean, a Panama draw would have been really helpful for us tonight, even honestly, a Panama loss would have been even more helpful to get that separation. But it was such an important win for Canada. So let's get right into my 5 takeaways. With my very first takeaway, it's the elephant in the room. It's the pitch. I don't want to get too much in it, and it's not a massive thing, but the pitch just looked uncomfortable all night long. It didn't look like the players certainly enjoyed it. It didn't look like the ball enjoyed it. There's 2 or 3 times the ball came down. It just looked like it was going to do a normal bounce, and it just turned in direction. It wasn't the most ideal pitch, but I mean, I'm not saying it's like Edmonton was like a wrong decision or anything, but I just wanted to bring this point up to throw it to you guys to get your guys' opinion on where you think the matches could be, should be, especially going forward. It was definitely, the atmosphere was awesome. The amount of tickets that were sold were incredible. We got the win, so I can't complain. Use it to your advantage, but it just felt like it was a little bit off. So I just wanted to put that takeaway up there. It was noticeable. It was absolutely noticeable. I mean, it is a football stadium, but we're going to toss it to you guys in the chat and see what you guys think about that. But I think it probably needs to be addressed. My second takeaway, guys, is going to be Alphonso Davies. This was the homecoming. This is the big homecoming. I think there was a lot of pressure and a lot of nerves for Alphonso Davies. And it was surprising, but this just wasn't one of his matches. It wasn't. And it's nothing that against Alphonso Davies for this match, because we were kind of expecting him to be incredible coming home. And sometimes, even though you're a superstar and the best in the region, it's not your match. And the thing that I didn't really like about Davies' match today is when I see Alphonso Davies at his best, it's when he stretches that back line. It's when he can get in behind. He can use that lightning speed, that creativity. And I never really saw it in today's match, where we were able to idolize him and use him for that kind of space. We were able to get the ball out wide, find him on those runs, and use him to his advantage. What I saw was a lot of him drifting in the middle, wanting the ball, wanting to create things for himself, and somewhat way, shape, or form taking on more than he can chew. And when I say that, there's been 2 or 3 times tonight where he took on two players. I mean, there are times Alphonso Davies can do that when he's at his best in a match and can get by them with ease. But he did turn over the ball a lot. I don't think he was playing the easy 1-2s. I think he was just wanting to be the guy, wanting to be Alphonso Davies at home. And his homecoming wasn't as pretty as it wanted to be, but it's important. It's important that when Alphonso Davies isn't at his best, other people step up. And while Alphonso Davies, and he will admittedly say, didn't have one of his best matches and probably wish he could have redone that one over, especially being at home, other parts stepped up, and it was to our success, and we were able to find the back of the net. Which leads into my third point, and that is other people stepping up and getting the job done. Finding a way to get it through, whether it's through an awkward pitch, whether it's through your best player not being up to his perfect game. It's finding the pieces together and get a gritty 1-0 victory like we did over Costa Rica today. And I thought there was a lot of individual performances that were good, but the main thing is that mentality, being able to get it over the line, being able to get it done, and we did exactly that today. It was really impressive to see, and I'm honestly proud of the boys for finding the pieces, and everyone worked as a team to make sure that we got the job done, dominated possession, had chances, and still find a way to get it done and give us a big step towards Qatar 2022. My fourth takeaway is the formation, guys. I want to get you guys' opinion on that as well. I'm not crazy about the 4-4-2. I think the 3-5-2 really suits us. I think having the wingbacks is really helpful. I like having the back 3. I think it's very important with Alistair Johnson, Victoria, and of course Adekubi in there when needed. Having a 3-4-3 is also something I like because of the wingback play. I like the movement when Larea and Davies are on the same flank. Then maybe have Buchanan and maybe even Miller if you want to go more attacking on the one side. This one just looked a little uncomfortable to me. I don't know if it was a 2-man midfield or just not getting the overlapping runs. We know Adekubi is someone who likes to kind of hang back a little bit more than get up in the attack. But Adekubi still, as much as he didn't get up in the attack, he was still very influential in the game. I thought he was very good. I think his feet on the ball are incredible. Having a couple little little tricks he had up his sleeve, which were pretty interesting to see. Larrea had a good game as well, but it's just those overlapping runs, I think, that make our system and our play so versatile and so unpredictable when it comes. And the 4-4-2 just isn't really doing it for me, so I'm curious to see what we go for against Mexico. And guys, my fifth and final takeaway is going to be the defense. And the defense today for me, guys, was lights out. I mean, they didn't get put under a ton of pressure. We know that because of the possession. We did very well on the possession side of things. But even in the back four, it looked like players were there to play. And I want to single out a few players, and that's Adekubi and Kamal Miller. I mean, Vittoria is Vittoria. We always know what we're going to get with him. He had a good, strong match as well, but I really like Kamal Miller's game. He can play as the outside left center back, very important, but he can also play as a central center back in a back four. I think our strongest back four arguably could be Kamal Miller and Vittoria, and you're going to see that in the back three with Kamal Miller, Vittoria, and then Alistair Johnston. And he stepped up the game. There's a couple opportunities. I remember when Hutch had a turnover, which is actually offside, but even if it wasn't offside, Kamal Miller can get there. He is quick, he is strong, and he is a force to have back there. And Adekubi just bringing that calmness, especially if you're going to have Richie Larrea bombing up and down the pitch playing at right back. It's nice having someone who's got a little bit more defensive awareness to his game, and when needed can get up the pitch. But it was really well done right there. Our back line looks very solid, which is something that we need to allow our offense to do what we do. And our attack wasn't spectacular by any stretch today, but we got the job done. We got a clean sheet, and eventually, between a terrible moment from the keeper, Jonathan David was able to find the back and put the ball in the back of the net, with Atiba Hutchinson tying the all-time appearance record with Julian de Guzman. So big shout out to Hutch there, guys. But it was a scrappy match. It was a CONCACAF type match, but we got the job done. 1-0 winners. We sit now in third place with a big gap between third, even the fourth, to the fifth place, which puts us in a nice contention. But we want top three. So going in Mexico, who lost to the US, is going to be even more important for us to get more points. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my 5 takeaways. If you did, be sure to comment down below. Let me know what your 5 takeaways were. If you enjoyed the takeaways, if you had anything you wanted to change, let me know what you guys think we can do against Mexico, if we can pick up some points there or not. And if you guys like this series, as always, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub as well, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers, friends.